Hello and welcome to Dharma with Kai. No, this is not a paid sponsorship. And today we're going to talk a little bit about criminology, hacks, and how to kind of navigate some of those challenges. I do want to let you know that I am on a sabbatical leave. I'm also at capacity and I have no vacancies or any desire to do any coaching for any individuals, teams, corporations, or organizations. Um, I want to talk about the dynamics of parenting because we live in a society today that, supports the baby boomers and the older generation. However, many of our parents are younger, or many of them are the neglectful parents that don't want to face reality. And this world is way complex nowadays. And no one's obligated to safeguard all of the ignorance that they do out in public, especially when we still live in this mentality that whatever happens at home stays at home. That's not how it works these days. So I would say that many of the parents that think they are the world's best mom and dad are really not that qualified in parenting because if you look at media today, you have children that are dressed like they are adults, babies in bikinis. This isn't the same as it was when, we were looking at itty bitty teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini. With web cameras today, anything that you do is able to get proctored. And I'm sure some of you are going to probably go type and say, what's proctoring? However, it's not your most qualified individuals that are doing these proctorings. It could be someone in a different country. It could be a peeping Tom next door. It could be a stalker. It could be a predator. That's why it's important for you to decide if you want to live a life like a reality star, or if you want to live a professional life, or if you want to enter your child into the industry. And that's why I'm doing this podcast series over criminology, narcissistic relationships, and healing. And it is going to air in 2025. I would like to give you a few pointers to teach your children and maybe some information that you do need for yourself because times are different now. Typically, if there's some flushing going on that accumulates moles or like groundhogs, there's some kind of other method or feeding, fertilizing that is going on in the area. And when there's an accumulation of that, you all would need to make an observation to that because you're not skilled in criminology, drugs, or science. So often, a lot of contractors and people working on developments, they're choosing the wrong kind of soil. Also, a lot of times when you're looking for someone to blame, or there are kids or adults wondering about what someone else is doing, it is usually your children that are spoiled that get you caught up in the end. I'm going to give you an example because I work in criminology, I work in health, I work in law, and I've worked with families and children before. There's this nice little old lady named Miss Faye on YouTube, and she is amazing. However, she's someone that has a different spirit, and I'm not going to get into that. So she's not going to get easily swayed by many things. However, Your children that are kind of middle-aged or younger would give little old lady a few dollars and say, please don't tell my parents you saw me, or please don't say you saw me take something, or please don't say you saw I was drunk, or please don't say you thought I was smoking anything, and try to go back each month to pay her, and then it not be enough for the traffic or the bystanders that observe this transaction. And then you all that are higher in the hierarchy or pyramid make a different appearance, an enforced appearance. And it makes them once again behind on where they would like to be in life because none of you are really that present. The last person that I worked with was white, and they really weren't for me. As an insurance agent, I've worked in the field of on crime for a long time. I have my I have a family history and legacy in law enforcement. And I'm going to decide who I allow to take my side or who I would like for in my life for longevity. It's never going to be someone that tries to drive a similar route towards something that probably wasn't accepting of them because that means you're trying to get revenge on someone else in some kind of way. They also didn't know how to give direct eye contact or how to sit still. And I did see an explosion of not getting their way, and it just was out of the ordinary. Whoever I choose is going to be someone that I would want to carry a strap if they needed to protect me in urgent times because it requires too much to wait on your guys' transportation. I have a particular criteria for who I allow to enter into my life or close proximity. So ultimately, that is why all of you are not going to get what you want. You have to learn how to strategize better because no one can play around with me. I'm the only version. And even when I'm surrounded around the best or the worst, that's all you're going to get is a straight up person. I can't ask for anything and I don't want anything from you anymore because I know my mom has issues. However, that is not for others who have not done their assessments or have ever been issued or arrested to decide. So if my existence bothers you, don't come around me. You have to take action against yourself. The world is too large to revolve around the same irrelevance. And I'm not allowing a free ride to people who are taking advantage of my identity. Never mention your room number out loud or over the phone more than a couple of times. Anything more than that, it could get overheard, and not all hallways have surveillance or any camera. It is not my problem because you're not going to travel with me or get to ever have that close of a call up again. It is better to move on than to have others think to schedule so many things. I would never go on vacation for anyone to get the impression that I'm going to go to a different resort or room to get with anyone. I have never done that much to ever want someone. So the excessive exit plans and evacuation routes, it's just not necessary. This is your dead end, and you may go wherever you want to, just not on my coattail. I was loyal, and once you betray me, you don't get to ever come back. I appreciate you listening to Dharma. I thank you for supporting Dharma. This is healing for me, and it's affordable because when someone's trying to drain you, you can't really keep paying into them. This generational pause is necessary to heal appropriately. I'm coming out with my series of criminology, narcissistic relationships, and healing in 2025. And I'm so excited, whether it offends others or not, because it's important to do this work. Until next time.